Hey Computational Thinking, this is homework review number 4. In this series of videos, we're going to look at all the problems from homework 4, the solutions, and the thinking that goes behind the solutions. So stick around and we'll work through these together. Okay, we're going to start with homework 4.1. As you can see, we're really just looking at more practice with some comparison operators among a couple of other things. And obviously, we're on this new Teams platform with this one. I'm in the instructions file. I'm always starting with the instructions when I look at a new assignment. And once I've read the instructions in totality, I can always go back to them if I need to, but once I've read them the first time through, I'm going to go over to main.py and get started with my work. For my first problem, it says the integer 0 is assigned to variable x. Write a comparison that will evaluate to true if x is equal to 0. This one's pretty straightforward. We're just going to say x equal to 0. And this will evaluate to true if x is set to 0. Looks like it is. There we go. All right. For the next one. And one thing I want to add is, I guess I should mention in the instructions I talk about, you can write print statements to test your answer if you like. So rather than doing this in the shell, you're also welcome to just do this. You're welcome to say print x is equal to 0. And that's going to, excuse me, that is going to, when we run this, print out true. For number 2, the string John has been assigned a name. Write a comparison that will evaluate to true if name is not equal to an empty space, which is this, right? So this is an empty space, so we want to say name is not equal to empty space. Run. And then maybe we'll print this out as well. And we should see true because John is not equal to an empty space. Of course, we can edit this. We can make name an empty space and we get false because empty space is definitely equal to empty space. Okay, moving on. Number 3, 2 variables, num of dogs and num of cats, are assigned values below. Write a comparison that evaluates to true if num of dogs is greater than or equal to number of cats. All right, so looking at this, we've got 2 variables. They're both set to 8, and we're just comparing them, right? We're comparing these two things. So we're going to say num of dogs, and then we look at our question or our comparison that we're trying to achieve here, a greater than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to num of cats. And we can print this off as well. Notice that I oftentimes will write this out and then kind of go back and add the print statement. That's just a bad habit of mine, honestly. I forget that I want to print it out. So you don't have to do that. Okay, so num of dogs is greater than or equal to number of cats. That's true because we're testing for greater than or equal to. Now, if we say 7 num of dogs is greater than or equal to cats, we're going to get false over here. Okay. All right, moving on. The integer 10,000 is assigned to gross pay below. Write a comparison that evaluates to false if gross pay is less than 10,000. So, pretty straightforward here. We're going to say gross pay is less than 10,000. Notice that when we run this one, and again, I neglect to put my print statements because I'm a dingus. There we go. I run it, and I get false, right? Because gross pay is not less than 10,000. It is less than or equal to 10,000, but it is not less than. Okay? Last one. 2 variables, left scale weight and right scale weight, have been assigned values below. Write a comparison that evaluates to false if left scale weight is less than or equal to right scale weight. So we want to write left scale weight is less than or equal to right scale weight. We run this again. Print it out. And we get false. So it evaluated to false if left scale weight is less than or equal to right scale weight. Obviously, the opposite of this, right, is to say that, okay, it's equal to, that's going to give us true, because 10 is equal to 10, less than or equal to. Or we could say 9, that's less than, but not equal to, so we're still going to get true. Okay, so these are some basic comparison problems just to get you used to typing these things out and thinking about them a little bit. We don't really write comparisons in this manner very often in code, except inside of if statements, which is what we're going to move on to with the next homework problem. See ya on the next video.